This is my first guitar review video. I'm hoping to do more review videos of various music gear. I don't know how often I'll get new gear to review, but I'm starting with this. So this is the Jaymz Monsoon. I believe it's the Generation 2. I heard there's a Gen 3 or a deluxe version, but I ordered this before that announcement came out. This is going to be the unboxing portion, and for those of you who don't know, I'm blind. So I got a couple of my family members here to give their opinion on what it looks like. But then hopefully I'll be able to play it, test it out, and give you my thoughts on the guitar overall in the next part of the video. But this is going to be the unboxing portion. So here goes. Let's see here.
Turn
Not sure.
Flip it over.
No, I think this is the top.
No, I know the top's up.
I gotta cut it down here. Looks like.
It's got staples.
The knife probably would have been easier when it's ready. Don't nobody be dissing my hat.
I love your hat.
I love my hat too. Okay. Hopefully in the future I'll have a better setup for this kind of stuff. I'm just getting started on YouTube, and I do have heads. They're being good right now, being quiet, but I can't make any promises. So I'll continue to be quiet. I have all the air conditioning off at the moment to keep background noise down to a minimum. So I'm trying to get this done kind of fast so that I can turn the AC back on and relieve everybody's suffering. All right. I've seen somebody else do this. I use the term "see" loosely, but I think they put the goodies in here loose. Okay. Box is open. You got some styrofoam on the top. I'm going to just toss it down here for now. I think just wrapping. Put this on the chair behind me. Actually, can I kind of toss this that way?
Yeah.
Somebody? Sure. You can explain that what it is, just say it out loud. And then there's this. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's not for you to play with, little.
This is Monsoon Series Electric Guitar User Manual.
Come here, you.
Well,
You want to see the guitar too? Yeah. Yeah. Look, everybody. Menace to society. Okay.
And simply after.
Anyways, there he goes. He's coming back. All right, well, I can feel the guitar.
Which one did we get?
I think this was the Purple Flame or something like that.
Violet flame.
Violet Flame, yeah. Not to be confused with Purple Rain. Great song, by the way. Okay. And hopefully there's no damage. I think there's supposed to be.
There's
There
something.
it is. Yeah, this is the goodie bag. This is just cable, Allen wrenches and stuff. Cody?
Uh-huh.
Ready?
Sure.
Good catch.
Bullseye! All right. Moment we have all been waiting for. Rubber band.
You want me to take the box away?
Nah.
Okay.
We'll clear all that up here in a second. Everybody say hi to Myra and Cody,
Hello.
my son, and longtime girlfriend, partner. Here's the reveal.
That is actually very pretty.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It's very shiny.
Okay, I don't know. Hopefully it's showing up in the camera
Yeah.
well. But
It's
There's-
very pretty.
here's the back.
Looks like it's got little
A slightly darker
ripples
shade
in
of
it.
purple.
It's like a royal purple. It's a
Okay.
hard word to say.
The neck is a little thicker than I thought it was going to be. Pickup selector. Kind of surprised it's not a blade switch, but yeah, one knob volume control. And what I hear, it's got humbuckers. I heard that there was a problem with the pickups being loose, but yeah, that doesn't seem to be a problem here. Knob is good.
Oh, there's a paper at
Oh,
the top.
Oh, this might be the Gen 3 because it's got locking tuners.
Nice.
That's a nice
Cool.
surprise. So, yeah, it's got this little card dealio. I'll worry about cutting all that off later. Yep, and I like reverse headstocks, and I think this is the first guitar that I've owned. Yeah, I'm positive this is the first guitar I've owned that has a reverse headstock. Those feel nice. I also know for sure, so yeah, I'll be playing with this. And after I get it tuned up, and yeah, my next video will be me playing it. I might just do some licks or something, or maybe I'll play to a backing track a little bit to let everybody see how it sounds. Yeah, I'll go through the different sounds. I'm probably going to play it through I got a Fender Mustang 4 version 2. It's a pretty old amp, but it's goodie, but it's a modeling amp, so and it's a good modeling amp. From what I hear, they don't make too many modeling amps anymore that are good, but that way, you know, I can try some different sounds and stuff really easily instead of trying to mess with a bunch of pedals. But the last thing I'll mention is it does have that rounded cutaway back here for easier access. It's not the roundest I've seen, but it should suffice. And yeah, it looks like the carve goes almost all the way there. So that should be enough. I have another guitar that's like that. And like I said, the neck is a little thicker than I thought it would be, but I'll see how it feels when I play. I hear that. Oh, and yeah, and it's got these rounded ball ends. And if this I can talk. If this is the Gen 3, then in theory these should be stainless steel extra jumbo frets with the rounded ball ends. All right, so I've played this guitar for about 3 hours, and I noticed some things. First off, like, I've seen some other people talk about this guitar and do reviews, and it could be one of those things that maybe the company makes sure it's set up for them because they know that these other YouTubers and influencers are going to review these videos, so maybe they take the extra time to set them up real well. But I think I have seen a couple others who just bought the guitar themselves and the company didn't know they were getting it, and they said the action was set up real well. So it could be just a little bit of quality control issue. So not everything I'm going to talk about here may be an issue for you if you order one. And I don't think any of the issues are necessarily a big deal on their own, but something to consider. So first thing I noticed, it's making that noise. It shouldn't be. So, and when I put my hand on it, it slows it down. So I'm thinking that's a ground issue. So it could have came loose during shipping, maybe. And if you know where the ground is, I think they usually solder it to the like the bridge in the internals of the guitar. Maybe it came loose during shipping. Another thing I know sometimes is that when they solder them, sometimes the metal that they solder it to is painted, and they solder it to the paint, doesn't get a good connection, if it's, you know, some kind of a clip or something, you know, maybe it popped off or it's not attached well, but I haven't looked inside. I wanted to do this part before anything was done to this guitar. The other thing is the action. I'm going to try to hold it up. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but the action, they all said that their action was set nice and low when they got it. The ones I've seen anyway. And this action is not very low out of the box. Again, not necessarily a big deal. You can adjust it yourself and take it somewhere. Same thing with the ground. You know, if you know how to do that yourself, you can fix it yourself. Problem solved. If it's an issue for you, but otherwise you might have to take it and give your local guitar tech, you know, a few bucks, however much they charge, to fix it for you. I think I said it in the unboxing part, but the neck is thicker than I thought, but it's not ridiculous. You know, I thought it was supposed to be a D shape, and it sort of is, but it doesn't really have, I'll show it. It doesn't really have that flat part you would usually see on a real slim D-style neck. Like, for example, like on my, I have two Ibanez's. One's a pretty expensive one, the other one's a, you know, cheap. I hate to use the term, but, you know, they call it like entry level. Even though that Ibanez for me plays very well, and I think they both have slimmer necks than this one. I hadn't checked the intonation, but I'll do that. I'll put it back on 30 in a second. Put the clean channel, and just so you know, I'm playing this just through my Fender Mustang 4, that's the version 2 model amp, just to get a better variety of sound. So you still get it on the clean, but it's not as bad. So at the very least, that's pretty close. But while I have it on the clean, I'll go ahead and show you. So this is the neck pickup. And yeah, these are extra jumbos, so you don't have to, that's what I said it is. Stainless steel. It's supposed to, if this is the Gen 3, which I think it is, these are supposed to be stainless steel, round ball end frets. And I think, let me double check, I think it's got 24. Yeah, 24 frets. It's got locking tuners, which was a nice surprise because I thought I was getting the Gen 2. This is the Gen 3. That's a nice touch. Reverse headstock. You know, I'm blind, so I can't speak to the color and stuff, but people that I've talked to, you know, I've sent people pictures, you know, people come to my house and I've asked them, I showed it to them, and they all really, really like the paint color. So the paint job seems to be outstanding. If there's any flaws in the paint, it must be very small because nobody's pointed out any to me on this guitar. But it's just got one volume knob. Yeah, like I said, 3-way toggle. These are El Nico pickups. Usually they say they're about 8 ohms on the neck, about 16, between 15 and 16 on the bridge. And the action's a little high for me, but again, that can be taken care of. But yeah, these pickups sing really well. So yeah, that's the neck. Here's middle with both pickups. guitars with tremolo bars and I keep wanting to reach for it. I'm sure I'm not the only one that does that. So here's the bridge pickup. Alright, so I'm going to put it back on dirty. This is probably going to be a little loud. But yeah, when you engage that, so here's the neck pickup again. Middle. Alright, so here's the bridge. issue. But I'm just trying to think if there's any last minutes I want to mention. But yeah, you know, and I think as soon as the action is adjusted, let me turn this down. I think once the action is adjusted and that ground issue is fixed, it's probably in the jack, you know. You know, once all that's fixed, I think these could be very, very good guitars, especially for the price. So, you know, if you want a pretty nice guitar, even if it takes a little work but cheap, you know, I think it's a perfect guitar for modifying and upgrading. And next time I'm back, hopefully it'll be after the issues are addressed, and we'll see how it is then, and give you some final thoughts. So I'll see you when I come back. Okay, I'm back now. And because I'm a professional, I'm chewing gum in the video. Anyways, so the noise it was making is mostly gone. This is the same setting I've had it on before. Pickups are really hot, so there's only so much that can be done, but it's a lot quieter than it was. Did take some work though. I took it to a guitar tech. It's a person I go to the overwhelming majority of the time. He did really good work. Now, me personally, I'll forgive a lot of that because this guitar was only $230. If there was a more expensive guitar, I'd probably be a lot more critical about the state it was in. But if you can do the work yourself, or especially if you can do the work yourself, or if you don't mind spending a little more money, and of course how much you spend is going to vary from guitar tech to guitar tech, and also depending on what issues your guitar might have. I have seen some videos that seem like people who bought it themselves. You know, they weren't like, they didn't have a big YouTube channel or anything, or you know, they have a YouTube channel, but it's not huge or anything. The company, Leo James, didn't send them the guitar or pay them any money. They bought it themselves. And some of them seem like they claim the guitar came in good condition. Like, there was no noise issues. There was, the action was already set really low. You know, stuff like that. In this case, that didn't happen. So, some of the issues that he mentioned, my guitar tech, was that the soldering job wasn't the best. The wires were just left to kind of free float in there, and get really close to each other, which caused a lot of the what do they call it, like electronic field issues. The ground wasn't soldered onto the bridge very well, and he didn't have an opportunity to look at the solder job on the pickups themselves. But like I said, when I turn this up, it's pretty quiet. And like I said, and he took a millimeter and read the ohms, and my back pickup read at almost 17. It was like 16.9, and my neck pickup read something like, I think he said 8.2. But this one, between 16 and 17. This one between 8 and 9. The bridge pickup and the bridge pickup and the neck pickup. Bridge pickup's 17, or between 16 and 17. The bridge between 8 and 9. Also, the action was set pretty high. So after the last part of the video, I looked at the action on my other guitars and noticed that they were set much lower than the action on this guitar was. And some of the actions on my other guitars I wouldn't consider necessarily like super low. I mean, they're low, but not super low. He did manage to get the action down low, and it seems to be ringing pretty clear. So anyway, so one more sound, and it's state. This is neck pickup. Middle. This is bridge. You catch those pinch harmonics real easy on this guitar. There we go. So. Alright, let's do some clean. This is on the neck, if I didn't mention that already. Middle. Alright. bridge. Just so you guys know, I'm playing this through my Fender Mustang 4 again. Future Jay here. There's another thing I noticed that I wanted to point out, but I didn't notice until after I finished the last part. But if you look at the strings, if you look at the outer two strings, the low and high E, and the low E, there's a bigger gap up at the top, and as you go towards the body, that gap gets thinner and thinner, and then it's the opposite on this side. So the gap between the edge of the neck and the high E string near the nut is smaller, and then as you go up towards the body, it gets wider. So that means the neck is a little off angle. Now that doesn't seem to affect the way the guitar plays or intonation or anything like that, so I don't think it's a big issue, but it's something I wanted to point out if you were to buy one of these guitars that this might happen. And since I was looking at some other videos and I noticed that I think there was at least one other person that had a similar issue, so it's possible that if you order this guitar you might have the same flaw, I guess, for lack of a better word. But like I said, it doesn't seem to affect the way the guitar plays or anything, so I don't think it's a huge issue, but it's something I thought I would point out. I am going to talk to my guitar tech friend and see if anything can be done about it. And I'm pretty sure I pointed this out before, but real quickly I'll point it out again. On the top part of the neck, as I'm holding it here, the neck sticks out from the guitar a little bit further than the bottom part of the neck here. I think I mentioned that in the other part, but just in case I did it, I'll point it out again here. So the angle is a little off there too, but my guitar tech friend said that he could fix that with a shimmy, so not a big deal. But that's it. So back to the regular video. Okay, and put it back. I'm just going to play a little bit with a jam track. I may or may not be good, depending on how well I do. Hopefully it's still connected. cool soundtrack or backing track. Last thing I'll mention is that I did buy this guitar myself. I wasn't paid to do this. Nobody sent me this. I bought it myself. But that's the last thing I'll mention. I hope I got all the information. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. But despite some of the problems, though, I just want to also mention that I thought this guitar, if you don't mind possibly putting some work in to, take care of some of the issues it might have, I think it's worth it. The pickups sound great. It feels great in the hand. The neck is, like I said, a little bigger than I expected, but it's not huge. Feels good. And everybody tells me that the paint job looks really good, even though I probably got a little sweat there from playing. So really quickly, 3 pickup selector switch, 1 volume knob, solid bridge, strings go through 2 pickups, El Nico, bridge is almost 17, neck is almost 9, between 8 and 9. I think it's got a roasted maple neck, rosewood fretboard, round ball and frets. I think these frets are stainless steel. I'm not 100% on that. Standard nut. I'm not sure what it's made of, but I think it's a composite of some kind. I don't think it's just plastic. I could be wrong. It's got locking tuners. Tuners feel good, and it looks like they came with possibly the Dario strings because they're color coded. Although there could be some other companies that do that. And mine is the Violet Flame paint job. And that about wraps it up. So thanks for watching. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you guys later, and hopefully I'll have this up soon.